there's one thing I learned in marketing and also at Nokia is that the one thing that we're all going to struggle with and that we have to kind of master is not digital, it's not social, it's not search, it's not mobile, it's not location. It's actually the fact that the only constant is change. And change is probably one of the biggest problems for management, for corporations, for advertisers, for marketers, for agencies. Constantly change and adopt. And the pace of that change is not slowing down, it's actually accelerating. That by 2013, so pretty much in 3 years, there will be more people logging on the internet with mobile users, so here mobile, than with the PC. That means the experience on a mobile screen will be critical to master and critical to harness. We're intending to bring the next billion people online through mobile phones. And that promise especially is going to be true in emerging markets. 6 or 7% of the entire media budget is spent on digital, while the consumers and the mobile penetration in Singapore has now exceeded 130%. Customer relationship marketing, or as they call it today, CEM, customer experience management, is coming back in a big way, because if you think about social media, understanding the community, identifying the social ringleaders and creating a relationship and a direct interaction with them, that's old school CRM coming back. Forney's Institute today says globally 70% of all marketing doesn't work or generates positive ROI. That means on average every corporation is wasting 70% of their marketing dollars. Obviously that's not the case at Nokia. We have cut this down to a minimum now. And the cool thing for digital is it's so measurable that we always say, hey, if you can't measure it, why are we doing it? We don't have that huge budget anymore anyway. Might as well focus on the stuff that we can measure, optimize, and demonstrate a tangible ROI, which is digital search, mobile display. Conversational marketing has the thing about, if they don't believe the ads, but 76% believe each other, peers, colleagues, friends, how do we get someone to recommend our product? How do we get into their one-on-one conversations? How do we create experiences that form conversation starters that they can talk about? Last but not least is collaborative marketing. And that is one of the key things that Mohan Swani is banging on, where he's saying, well, it's not just the consumption of our messages, it's actually collaborative creation of these messages. User-generated content, not a consumer but a prosumer. People not just want to consume and absorb what you have got to say, they want to talk back. They not only want to dialogue, but they want to co-create, contribute, and form and be part of your brand. The way I see the future, all media will be digital. Question is not if, only question is how fast. Most of the processes surrounding media buying, planning, optimization will be automated and supported by smart algorithms and software. And ultimately, we'll not have one campaign, we'll have hundreds of campaigns. We'll not have a couple formats or dozens, we have thousands of formats and probably tens of thousands of execution and variations, doing A, B, C, D, E testing constantly at every single touch point. May it be the screen outdoor ad when you walk past with your NFC or RFID enabled device and the screen recognizes you, knows who you are, customizes the optimization, the display or the experience. When you don't respond to it, the next time you walk past, it tries another color. And if you still don't respond, next time it starts music playing. And maybe that music is based on your personal preferences, what kind of music you're listening to on the phone. So it's a very, very dynamic, constant real-time marketing concept in the future, where data and algorithms are doing most of the job of making sure we're targeting the right consumer with the right message at the right time, in the right place. How many times do you brief the media, creative, digital agency, and PR agency all at the same time? An integrated briefing session. 100% would be the right answer, but most of the time that's not the case. So you get the point, right? Every half a year we check, where are you today, where do you want to be in 6 months? And then we track progress. That makes the intangible process of digital transformation tangible. And we can say now, we've increased half on half, 60% digital proficiency in most markets across a wide diversity from Bangladesh to Australia. In business, if it gets measured, it tends to get done. So the first thing I would do if I were you, put a measurement framework in place. So our entire measurement concept is all based on highest quality engagement and in demand generation campaigns. Like when we launched the N9, what we really want is to get people to watch the product video to the end, to spend as much time in the interactive flash demo as possible, because those kind of rich experiences and engagements, what do? they increase the purchase intent the most. And that's why they have to leave the digital world, they have to go into the store and buy the phone in the store. So our job is to create experiences and engagements that increase purchase intent, brand preference, brand favorability, yes, brand awareness, who cares? I want sales. We need to get as close to purchase intent as possible, and we need to align our entire digital marketing around this. Earned media, social media. Actually, the way we see earned media, it's amazing. It's the coolest thing. It is the Ferrari. Everybody wants to drive it. It's the hype. Everybody wants to be there. But is the ROI there? Do we have the right people to do it? Are we properly resourced? Are we invited? If you really want to change the conversation, the sentiment in social media, you have to change the experience. It's much easier. If you change the experience, they'll all talk favorably. How much bought media do we need to buy in order to drive most people on owned media? What are the best experiences on owned media that drives the most conversations? What kind of activities in earned media do we need to do to drive more people into owned? Should we drive traffic to our Facebook page, or should we drive traffic to our .com? How much traffic do we need to drive to the Facebook page, and how much traffic can we get out of Facebook back to our .com? What are the mechanics, the tactics, the experiences that we need to create? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the last mile, I'd say. The last bit of understanding, and we're getting better and better at understanding those three buckets and how they interact and relate to each other. We've created a social media index, which combines all these data points. So in fact, it combines 8 data points into a simple index, 1 to 10. It's a weighted formula to understand what is happening in social media. It's not just buzz, not just positive, but it has to be engaged, has to be exposed, and it has to be done by the right people. I'm not going to talk about the product. I'm going to talk about how do we market, combining the 4 aspects: collaboration, conversation, value or content, and what was the last one? Experiences. I think we're out of time.
Yeah, our next session's arrived, so I'd like to thank Chris again for a really great presentation.
Thank you.